Hi, my name is Brian Helms, and for this section of Exam 1 in geomorphology, I will be exploring channel-reach morphology and sinuosity of the Gallatin River. Before we dive in, here are the concepts we will be observing on the Gallatin. Channel-reach morphology is the method of distinguishing types of flows. Here, we will be mainly focusing on colluvial and bedrock streams. Sinuosity, on the other hand, is a measure of how winding a river is as it flows its course. As the Gallatin River flows out of Big Sky Canyon and into the Gallatin Valley, we will see how these processes are exhibited and change, as will the river itself. We start 9 miles into the canyon at the Lava Lake trailhead. Here we can see that the channel-reach morphology of the river is, if anything, a bedrock flow. This means the riverbed is not loose sediment, but rather has cut into the bedrock of the canyon. Channel reach is more of a spectrum than a binary classification, so a channel could be levels of both concurrently, but at this point in the flow, other than a few large cobbles, there is not much sediment to speak of. As for sinuosity, here it is basically non-existent. Sinuosity is a measure of how far and often the stream diverges from a linear path. In the canyon walls, the Gallatin has little room to deviate. We will find this to be largely the case as the river flows north. From Lava Lake to this turnout, to the Stormcastle trailhead. The changes in channel reach are subtle, but the stream width increases, and the predominantly bedrock channel has collected more and more cobbles. It's not until we get to the mouth of the canyon that we start to see real changes in river morphology. Free from the confines of the canyon, the flow widens even further and true sinuosity reveals itself. As curves develop, point bars and cut banks appear. Between the Gallatin and Gateway roads, there are beautiful examples of braiding and near anastomosing, indicative of floodplains, which much of the valley happens to be. However, access to the braiding is on private property, so here's a bird's eye view. Instead, the bridge of Axtell Road allows glimpses of mid-channel bars that now dominate the colluvial Gallatin River. Large pebbles and cobbles make up the bars and are indicative of larger flows and range that have allowed the stream to branch out across the valley. Thank you for joining me in this glimpse at stream morphology. It was a blast to explore the Gallatin and draw connections between this course and real-world landscapes. Here's to a great rest of the semester.